Hey y'all, welcome back to the garage. Today we're back on the Tugger again, or still on the Tugger. Last time we got the tires and everything put on it. Today we're going to get the electric start going. So let's get on working on that. Hey y'all, before we get into today's video, I wanted to remind y'all that April 14th and 15th, Navarre, Ohio, there'll be an indoor garden tractor pull. It's the National Garden Tractor Pullers Association's putting it on. I'll be there watching, videoing. I may try to live stream. I will leave a link, not a link, but the dates and where it's going to be at in the description of this video. So just wanted to remind y'all, and if you're in the area, stop out and say hey. So let's get to the video. Alright y'all, there's the electric start on it. Just a little teeny thing here. This motor is, or engine, is off of a push mower, 7.5 horse. I believe it was a Murray push mower that it come off of, but you know, we got a sealed lead acid battery there, nice little sized one there, and originally that starter went up to a key switch up on the handlebar, which I don't have, but the Tugger does have a little control panel here, and you can see it has a hole right there. So we're going to put a switch in there, push button switch with a relay and everything under this cover, and wire it in, and hopefully it everything works. But off camera I did test the starter. It does spin, so I didn't actually start the motor with it, but it started it when it was on the push mower, so it should start it while it's on here. You know, no big deal. So let me get the tripod and everything set up, and we'll get doing some wiring. Alright y'all, this little control panel just has a couple of screws hold it on each side, and this switch here is just a grounding switch from when it had the old engine on it that was just a standard pull start. Now there's actually no need for the pull start on it, or the electric start on this. This engine starts 1 or 2 pulls, it fires right up, runs great. I just want electric start. We're dolling this thing up. Why not get the electric start going? So you can see here, it's just a single wire going into the switch, grounds it out. We will still use that to kill the engine, and you know, so I'm thinking that we can just run the wires under here. There's a space. Get over to our battery and get our power source into here. So I'm going to use 10 gauge wire. I believe, yeah, it's 10 gauge. I'm going to use 10 gauge wire from the starter, or from the battery, into here, and from here back to the starter. So that's the general gist of what we're going to do. So I'm going to get all the stuff over here, and we'll get to getting this together. So hang on. Alright y'all, here's the switch we're going to use. Just a 2-wire little push button, waterproof, or water resistant I should say. This is just a cap that comes off. There's the real button. It's got a nut on the back side, and we're just going to stick it through. But problem is it's the hole's too big in there. So I got a couple washers that I made up nice and big. So should be able to put that on there. Put one on the top side. Screw our cap back on. And it's still just a little loose, so I'm going to back it off. Screw that bottom nut up just a little bit. Give it 2 or 3 turns there. Get that back on there. That's going to give us plenty of thread to engage in the cap. Alright. Got my pair of channel locks here. We're just going to... Alright. She's good and snugged on. Button works. Access our switches there. Or wires, I should say. Make sure that clears underneath there. Yep. Yep. And all I gotta do is reach down, because I reach down and turn it on and off. Push button it. So I did think about turning the panel upside down. You know. And we could paint this, and you know, we may still do that. That might be a better idea. We just have to make a couple new holes, maybe, for the... Nope. Holes will still line up. I think that's what we're going to do. Get this button a little better access. So, yeah. We can use Label Maker and make up a couple new stickers. Give that a coat of paint, and we'll be good to go. So, yeah. Alright. I'm going to run some wires, so bring y'all right back. Alright, y'all, my stock of 10 gauge black wire seems to be limited. I thought I had more than that. I must have used it on a different project. So we got enough to go from the battery, and I'm going to make a ground point, body ground point inside the box here. So we only need probably half of this, but I need to go from there over to the starter. Unless we put a body ground over there, which we may end up doing, just ground the ground wire from the starter motor right to the body, and then we would have enough. So I think that's what we're going to try, and then all we have to do is run a hot wire over here, and we're going to run it through a relay. So let me get these wires made up, and we'll start grounding stuff. So, alright, we'll bring you right back. Alright, y'all, here's the relay I'm using. I found them on Amazon, and they've got a built-in fuse go across here, so that's a plus. And what we're going to do is we're going to run our two hot wires from the power source. They'll come in here, and we're going to, like I said, we're going to use a ground side trigger switch. I'll explain a little bit more on that when we go to do it. So here's our wire that would normally just go to a standard ground. We're going to run that to our switch and then out to a ground. This is our power coming in. This is our power going out. Here's our power lead going out to our starter, and I'm using, they're not just regular crimp connectors. They got solder in them. You guys probably can't see that, but they're heat shrink and solder. So all you do is just slide them over the wire, and then put your wire in, and then use a heat gun, heat source of some sort. I'm using a heat gun today. My little propane torch or butane torch is out of fuel right now, so they work just as good either way. So just turn your heat gun on, start heating it up, get it all shrunk down there. And I got to straighten this wire out here a little bit so it's a better connection. Oh, wire just slipped out of there. Ain't no big deal because we haven't started melting the solder yet. There we go. Got it stuck back in there. Got that kind of straight. Heat shrink that thing up on that side. And just heat it up until the solder melts. and it actually solders the two wires together and makes a really nice connection. No corrosion gets in these. I've been using them for years and years and never really had one fail. Alright, so I'm bending my wire a little bit there. So get that back together and just hold it until it cools down. We got a nice soldered connection there. I want to get a little more heat on that side there. That piece of solder didn't melt quite as much as the other side, so we want it all melted. Alright, there we go. I'll let that cool a little bit and we can move on to the next step. Alright, y'all. Last time when I soldered these wires together, I made a mistake. I needed to pick up another hot lead off of there so I can power my lights. I've got a headlight on it right now. I might be putting tail lights on. I found some nice little round LED, like 1-inch round LEDs. I might drill into the back of this thing and, you know, make a couple tail lights. You know, we gotta be hillbilly fancy. You know what I'm saying? So I needed to pick power up for that, and I put that connection all together and never had my lead coming out. So I had to cut it back apart, put a new one on it. I'm waiting for it to cool down, and so we'll get that cut and get a inline fuse put in it, and we'll be good to go. So yeah, that's it on that one. So I'm gonna keep cutting and wiring. So bring you back when we get a little further along. All right, y'all. I think I got all the connections I need made. We just need to run our ground wires now, and what I think I'm going to do here is, like I said, I was going to just ground inside this box here, if I can get my impact down in there. Okay, got my hole started there, so I can get all my ground wires in a row and get them all ready to go, I guess you'd say. Get them all stacked up here. Alright. Gun back down in here. Make sure we're going the right way. Okay. She didn't have much battery on there, but I think we got her there. I got it wired into the switch here. This is my connection for my lights. We'll have to tape that up, along with that ground there up. But the only thing I could do is go on the back side here and ground the starter, and I think we're good to go. So I'll get you over on the other side, and we'll ground that starter wire, and hook the positive up, and we'll give her a try. So, alright, be right back. Alright, y'all. Made all the connections and everything. Got it grounded back by the engine. Got it grounded down here in the box. I do have the ignition ground, or the ignition in the off position, so we won't get no spark. I just want to make sure that the starter is going to spin, and let's give her a whirl here. Okay. Our relay is working. Why ain't we getting power over yonder to the... Huh. Well, let's grab a test light and we'll start checking things here. Might be the connection over there. Might be a connection here. Don't know yet, but we're going to find out. So, hang on. Alright, y'all. First thing I'm going to do is check my ground here. Make sure we're getting a good ground. Yep, we got a good ground there. So then I'm going to come up here. And if I can get on that, get on this here. I can't get on there. Well, I know we got a good ground here, so we'll make sure we're getting power through our... Okay, we got power coming in. Power coming in. See if we got power coming out. Yep, we got power coming out. So we need to check back at the engine and see if we got power over there. So take our test light over there. I got my test light hooked into the lead there. Alright, we ain't got a connection over here, so I need to open my wires up here a little bit. I knew I shouldn't have put this stuff on there until I tested all the wiring, but it is what it is. Alright. Alright. I'm over here at this side. I'm going to do a little pokey poke here action. That might be the wiring where I connected into there. Alright. So, I'm going to check on the other side of our connection here. Yep, it's our connection right here. You guys can't see it, but it's over here where I connected the old wiring from the starter into the new wiring. So I'm going to cut that back apart and see if we can't get a better connection on that. And then I'll bring you all back whenever I do that connection again. Alright, y'all. Got that connection redone, redid. Last time I used a butt connector on it. This time I put spade connector on it. That way if I ever have a problem with it again, we can do a little better checking and replace a wire easier. So got it all hooked back up to the starter, so contact. Awesome. Awesome. Let's see if she'll fire. Put her in the on position here. Oh, there's no water, there's no fuel in it. I drained all the fuel out of for the winter, so alright. But yeah, I'm happy. The starter works. The headlight works. So now just need to bolt the panel back in place get this relay tucked back down in here. And I'll redo the panel at a later date. I just want to get her back together and going. Woo-hoo! That makes me so happy. So, and I actually got the right bolts to put in this thing now. Somebody just had like regular screws put in it last time. They're supposed to be 1/4 20s. So, I may have to redo the thread a little bit, but oh, take this one back out maybe, if I can see the other side. Oh, there it is. There we go. You got her started in there now. That one lined up. All right. Alright, I'll get these tightened up. We'll bring y'all back whenever you don't want to watch me tighten them bolts. So I'll bring you back when we get everything buttoned up, and I'll do a little walk around. Alright, y'all. This is the wiring. This is the wire that goes up to the front headlights. Goes through, goes up this center tube here. Kind of comes out here, goes up here. I was going to mount my starting button up here on this, but I didn't. If I would have used a regular ignition switch with the, you know, where it's on off and then the starts in the switch itself, I probably would have put it up there. But you know, it is what it is. I just put it back here, easier. So here's that where it comes out of that relay, comes back. This is our ground kill wire. Put that on there. Here's that spade connector I put together instead of that butt connector, and see, it comes back here. There's another little plug back here. It goes into the starter, and then there's our ground for the starter itself. So I just need to tighten this up here a little bit, and I got a little more small wire loom. I might put a piece of wire loom on there just to kind of dress it up a little bit. So, but yeah, there's the wiring. I'm really happy it works, and I'm happy. So I think maybe the next thing, well, the next thing is we got to change the oil. I got an oil filter coming for this. The Briggs & Stratton one was like 30 bucks. I found them through Stein's, $12 delivered. So as soon as that comes in, I'll do an oil change. I ain't gonna video doing an oil change on this thing, but I'm gonna do an oil change on it. But I think the next thing, and it's not a priority for pulling season or anything, is I got these two little things that come up here. I'm thinking about making a mount that comes up off of here, about the same height, that I can put a milk crate on up here to haul tools and fuel and, you know, whatever around the pits, drinks, you know. So if you guys think that's a good idea, let me know what you think. Leave me a comment down there. But the only other thing is I gotta get a charger for the battery. I know you can't use a regular battery charger on these. They charge in milliamps. I don't have the charger that came on that push mower that I pulled that motor off of, but I do have ones from other ones. They charge in millivolts. So what I'll probably do is just make a jumper wire up that I can unplug these two and plug it in for, you know, a day or so and charge the battery back up. The only thing that really draws on this thing is that starter. I got the, you know, I got the LED light up there, and like I mentioned earlier, I'm thinking about putting little tail lights back here. Might be pretty dark on there. You guys can see there are holes already here, but they're bigger than 1 inch. So I think it looked pretty cool. Put some lights back there. You know, like I said, this is just kind of redneck, man. This is hillbilly. So I enjoy it. You know, it's just a novelty. So a little bit more painting. I think I'll paint the handlebars red. So all right, that's all I got for y'all. All right, I just want to show y'all too that we got our chrome lug nuts, studs for the back wheels here. I think it looks pretty sharp with that center cap on there. So yeah, we just need to do the other side, and we'll be redneck pimping. So all right, y'all. That's gonna do it for this video. I think we got the Tugger 99% ready to go. I can use it the way it is right now. I just got to throw some paint on the front wheels, and I think we're ready to tug with it. So we're gonna be moving on to Plan B. We got a couple things we need to do to it. I want to pull the left side head off. I noticed over the winter here there was a little dribble of oil down the side of it, coming out of around the head gasket area. I think the head gasket didn't seal or something. Might have been an issue from last season, but anyways, we're going to pull that off. I'm going to reuse the copper head gasket because they are reusable as long as it's not burnt, which I don't think it is. So I'll re-anneal that, put it back on. I'll go ahead and video it, probably just show you guys what's going on with it, and then adjust the carburetor. Mark said he's going to come up, help me get that carburetor dialed in, and we should be good to go for pulling. So appreciate y'all watching. Please, if you like this video, hit that thumbs up button. If you're new to the channel, I suggest you subscribe. You'll get some more content from what we do here in the garage, in the kitchen, or out the tractor pulls. And Sunday live streams. Come on in, 7 p.m. Eastern time. Kind of open topic most of the time. We talk about tractor pulling, we talk about cooking, current events, everything. So appreciate y'all watching, and love y'all, and we'll catch you on the next one. So bye.